again. Tell me again, can we be lovers and friends? Oh, it's a good look, baby. Oh, yeah, tell me again. So yeah, that's a little bit of snippet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ladies, you know what I mean? Hello world, my name is Antonio Lamar. I'm a professional singer-songwriter based here in Columbus, Ohio. I've also did a little bit of acting, commercial work. So yeah, that's a little bit about what I do and where I'm from. I'm based here in Columbus, Ohio, man. So yeah. Artistry for me is in my family. So I grew up, my grandfather's uncles, they have a local gospel group here by the name of Sensational Keys of Harmony. So I actually grew up in the church home, watching them perform. They had a couple deals on the table. So just learning that background. And then on my dad's side, he plays any and every instrument. Like this dude can play the drums and then, play the saxophone and then put that down and play the piano and, get on the guitar. So my dad is very, musically inclined as well. So music is basically around me. You know what I mean? It was inevitable in a sense. So that's what just kind of led me to music itself. And I tried to, go away from it because my whole family, like literally my whole family either sings. If they don't sing, they play an instrument. If they don't play an instrument, they write. If they don't write, they harmonize. They do something musically. So I just try to be the rebel at one point and try to do the whole college thing. And that really didn't work for me. My mother ended up getting ill. I ended up dropping out. And actually, music found me. So I started getting beats from just random people that I had, just connected with just on a daily basis. And I started writing. And I wrote my first song when I was I'm 33 now. I wrote my first song when I was about, I want to say 22, 23. I wrote my first song and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with just the connection of how I can just connect with people and just tell my story through music, and in the same space, like people thought it was dope, they thought it was cool. So I just started following that journey of writing and just getting into music, and then it just started leading me to bigger obstacles that were beneficial. So I just kept going and kept going and kept going, and then it eventually led me to my first artist management deal, which was in 2018.
Why do I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? And why should my heart feel lonely? Longing for heaven and home.
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
tailor-made.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Antonio Lamar, man, and you're watching My Story. 3 huge moments for me was actually, well, the first moment was literally seeing my mom like ill, you know what I mean, and just really sick, and I felt like, you know, I needed a quick way to make money, honestly, and I felt like music was something that just continuously was just there, but I didn't really see it as something to embark on. And at that moment, because there was so much stress, there was so much anxiety, there was so much just negativity. There was so much negativity in that moment, not just from dealing with personal issues, but just from you just not figuring myself out, like as far as like what I wanted to do in life and where I wanted to go. It just led me to a very, very, very dark place, and music really helped me out of that. Like I think I really experienced depression for the first time, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to handle it, and the only way that I could handle it was through writing, through music, through studio time, through being around other musicians, through just really zoning it out in a sense. Kind of like sweeping it under the rug, but not really knowing that I'm sweeping it under the rug. But I think for me, music was it was a blessing in disguise. It really was a blessing in disguise for me. And it really, really helped me through a lot. And I started to realize that people really connected with me, and they really started to like my music, and they liked my voice, and they liked what it is that I was able to provide to them. Yeah, man, that was a really, really dark time for me. It was a really dark time for me. I really didn't know where I was gonna go. As far as just my whole mental was just done. And I think for me, it just put me in a shell, and it brought me back to when I was younger. And like I didn't really have a lot of friends. I didn't really make a lot of friends. People didn't really gravitate to me when I was younger. I was more of a loner. So I think for me, just dealing with that and having those type of memories come back, and then music being the only way to help me out of that. That was one main thing. Another thing that I was really in a dark place and music really helped me was when I lost like my uncles that were in, you know, Keys of Harmony. You know, the only living bunch from that group is my mother, my aunt, and then my Uncle Joe, who plays the guitar. But all my other and my grandfather, who just turned 90 actually. But other than that, you know, my other uncles, my Uncle Gene, my Uncle Wayne, my Uncle Duro, they all passed. So just seeing that foundation that I grew up on really kind of crumble in front of me in a sense was very, very discouraging, and I didn't know how to handle that. I didn't know how to take that because we all think that, you know, death it'll happen to everybody, but when it happens and it hits home, it hits differently. So I think for me, it just really kind of put me in a rut, and that was another time music really, really helped me. And it's no secret, you know what I mean? I'm here based in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't grow up in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? My mother didn't grow up in the suburbs. So just having that around me, and then seeing things like that crumble, and then seeing, you know, other people's dreams, you know, other people letting their dreams go by, just really took a toll on me, because I didn't know how to differentiate or separate myself from that. And music, that was another time music really, really helped me. I actually wrote a record. I actually haven't put it out, but I still have it. It's a record. It's called Dangerous. And it's basically just about what I was going through at that time, and just like the turmoil and just the pressure that I had, because everybody in my family already knows that I sing and stuff like that. So they were kind of waiting on me to get to this point, and I wasn't ready at that time. But seeing people, I guess I don't want to say fail, per se, but seeing people not follow through with their dreams and then seeing their dreams taken just really hit with me in a different space, because I see my mother and I see what she's gone through being a single mother and just struggling and not knowing how she's going to feed us, basically. You know what I mean? I mean, she always made a way. Still to this day, she makes a way. But just at that time, it just kind of hit different. You know what I mean? And you know, my childhood it was great. It was great, but just from a standpoint, the things that I've seen and dealt with, as far as just seeing drug abuse, and seeing, you know, family members, you know, abuse drugs, and to see, you know, people close to you not being able to shake that, that just kind of really took a toll on me. So music really helped me out of that, and it continues to help me out of a lot of situations.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
I think for me, when I seen that my mother was really happy to see me happy, following something that I wanted to do. Because I always wanted to do music. I've always wanted to do music. I would sing around the house, but I was just nervous to do it in front of people because I felt like they would judge me in a sense. So I think the first moment for me that really hit that standpoint and that stamp for me is when I actually let my mother hear the first record that I ever did. And the first record that I ever did that I actually put out was Angel. And she heard it and like she was in tears. And I think for me, seeing my mom really love what it was that I was doing, and it really connected with her in a sense. I don't know why, still to this day, she hasn't told me why she teared up and why she cried, which it was for her, and it helped her through whatever she needed to go through. But I think at that moment, I was like, you know what? If I can touch my own mother and I can help her through something, then I can help somebody else. And I think for me, that was a moment where I was like, you know what? Music is my calling. This is it. This is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to take people away for however long that's supposed to be, 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. That's my job, is to take them away from whatever worries and stress that they have, just to have a good time, to really connect. You know what I mean? And I think at that particular moment, it was just like a light bulb. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. So funny thing is, I feel like music really found me. I you know, just my surroundings and the environment that I grew up in, I personally feel like I've had a guardian angel over me since I can remember. because although I grew up in, not the best neighborhoods, I never really, the danger of the neighborhoods that I've grew up in have never rubbed off on me. So I never like sold drugs, or I've never, was involved in like gangs or robberies or theft or, anything like that. And I have no judgment, on those people. Some people do that because it's a survival thing. But for me, it never really rubbed off on me, which I'm completely grateful for. And I think that through that and through that guardian angel is, how music found me, because as I mentioned before, I had an artist management deal, and I tried to be a rebel and do the whole college thing and, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like because I tried to go against it so much, music and God was just like, nah, it's not happening. So I actually, again, enrolled in school and everything like that, ended up dropping out. And then my boy, shout out to K-Sun, he actually hit me up and was like, look, I got this opportunity. I'm gonna send you a beat. I need you to write a record. Like, I need you to write a record. I don't care how long it's gonna take you to write a record. I need you to write a record. Cool. So he sent me a beat, and I ended up writing this track called No Gravity. And it's actually on all streaming platforms. But I wrote that record, and I had already had like 2 or 3 already in the chamber, like ready, because I was working on a project. And did that. We ended up driving to Iowa. And that's where I met my then time manager at the time. Shout out to DJ K Young. I actually met her, and she was doing dealings with Dre. Shout out to Dre, who's actually with Universal. So she was doing dealings with him. Make a long story short, we were staying consistent, and we were traveling back and forth, submitting music to both of them. And he actually heard me on an artist showcase and was like, man, like, you're super dope. Like, you got it. And she ended up signing me. She ended up signing me shortly after. And that led to some wonderful things. Like, I got a chance to sing the national anthem at the Monster Jam. I've done 2018 all the way up until 2021. And they're actually in the process of reaching out to me to do this year as well. So I got a chance to do the national anthem. I've been able to have my music featured on Sway in the Morning. I got a chance to meet Sway, had my music featured there. I've done the compilation album with both Mario and Neo. So I've gotten a chance to do that. And also just a few other things. Like, I've gotten a chance to open up for, John B. and the Brad, and also Dina Howard. So, I've met some wonderful people along the way, and, I can only give that thanks to God and music, you know what I mean? Because as hard as I tried to fight it and go against it, you know what I mean? It found me, and I really feel like that's nothing but just confirmation that this is something that I'm supposed to do. And this is what, my purpose is. And through that, I've met some wonderful people. I've met great people. I've met other great artists. I've gotten a chance to collab with some wonderful artists. And I've been able to just about travel all over the world, just from music. And I'm grateful, man. I'm so grateful. I'm so humble. And I don't know, music is just, it's a wonderful thing. Music is just a wonderful thing.
Join us every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. for a brand new episode of Tailor Made for You. Your hosts with Luanda and ZF Taylor. Found on Imagine Me TV, Amazon, and Roku.
So Antonio Lamar now, man, is so different. Like I've learned so much, man. I am still doing music, obviously. I'm working on a project as we speak, which is going to be coming out later this year. So I'm excited about that. I have new love in my life, so that's good. Shout out to Bree, love you. I have new love in my life. I am really putting me first, man. I'm putting me first, and I love it. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to put yourself first. It's a good feeling to chase after what it is that you want in life. Like I said, I'm doing music. I have new love in my life. I'm going back to school for real estate, so that's a great thing. I'm also doing that. I'm looking at a few scripts. So you know, we looking at a few movie scripts here and there, and also talks to do some commercials. So you'll be seeing your boy around pretty soon, man. And not only that, like, you know, I have a new dog now. You know, shout out to Cruz, I love you. I have a new dog now. That makes me happy. My family makes me happy. My mother makes me extremely happy. She's my biggest support system. Like, she's my rock. She's my best friend. We talk about any and everything, and she's one of the many women in my life that will definitely keep it real with me. So, you know, I know that having my mother by my side, and, you know, having Bree by my side, and just having just good, positive people, you know what I mean, around me and in my corner, really is what makes me happy now, man. I think I'm the happiest I ever been. Like, seriously, I'm happy, man. I'm definitely happy. I want to say to anybody who has a dream, an art, a passion, a drive, you know what I'm saying, a goal, anything, however you want to look at it. I know it sounds super cliche. Keep going. There's going to be times, even in my life now, there's times I want to give up. There's times where I have given up, you know, but you got to keep going, man. You got to keep going. You know what I mean? It's a purpose. God wouldn't give you the vision if it wasn't for you. He doesn't give everybody the same vision. It's a reason why he doesn't give everybody the same vision. He doesn't give everybody the same vision because it's not for them. It's for you. So you take that, use that. Not everybody's going to be able to see your vision. Not everybody's going to understand your vision, and that's okay. You're not meant to take everybody to the top with you, and that's something I had to learn as well. You know what I mean? Everybody can't go. Everybody can't jump in the car with you. Everybody can't jump on that plane. Everybody can't, you know what I mean, do what it is that you do, and that's okay. That's what makes you different. So I want to say to anybody that has any dream that they're following, keep going. Do not stop. I don't care how long it takes for you to get there. Do not stop. Things are given to you at the time they're given to you because that's the time it's supposed to be given to you. I didn't learn the things that I know now at the age of 25, 22, 23, 24. It's because I wasn't ready. I didn't know that, you know what I mean? But God knew that. You know what I mean? And always keep God first. Always stay humble. Never ever, this is the biggest thing if you don't take away anything else. Never ever hate on somebody else's blessing, because it's not for you, it's for them. Trust me, your blessing is coming. It's coming. I can tell you that from experience, it's coming. So that's one of the biggest things that I always keep, you know, in the back of my mind, is that what is for me is for me, and nobody can take it from me. You know what I mean? I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to get there. I know it's going to happen. And you have to believe that. You have to believe in yourself, because you walk into these rooms with these agents, with these producers, with these other artists, with these directors, with these other actors and actresses, and their resume may be completely just knocking your resume out the water. But it's something about you that you can do that they can't. Always keep that in mind. You know what I mean? You have something that somebody else doesn't have. You know what I mean? And they can do it, but they may not be able to do it like you. So you have to keep those things in mind. And I promise you, when you stay focused, when you have positive people, when you keep that mindset in mind, you're going to make it. You're going to get there. And only time will tell. you know. And y'all can find me on all streaming platforms under Antonio Lamar. Instagram, I am Antonio Lamar. Facebook, Antonio Lamar. And again, man, make sure you support your artists, not just myself, but support your local artists wherever you're from, because it takes a lot of balls, it takes a lot of guts to get up there and sing, or to do whatever art, whether that's singing, rapping, poetry, whatever it may be. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of balls to get up there and do that in front of people that you don't know, that you have never seen in your life. And these people, you're wanting these people to understand your art form. So make sure you support your local artists, man. Support them, give them love, you know what I'm saying? Give them words of encouragement, tell them to keep going, you know what I'm saying? You just never know what it is that they're battling, you know what I'm saying, outside of hitting that stage. You know, the stage is therapy for us. So you want to make sure that you support your local artists. Again, you can find me on all streaming platforms under Antonio Lamar. Instagram, I am Antonio Lamar. Facebook, Antonio Lamar. And coming soon, man, you're going to be able, I'm going to be a realtor. Realtor. So I'm going to help you buy a house. I'm going to help you get a house. So again, you know what I'm saying, just make sure you check your boy out. Check me out, man.
Next time on Black, Bold, and Beautiful, My Story.
People don't see that part, you know, when it comes to me. And I deal with it like I'm human. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially like my cousins, my family, a lot of people are just like, oh, you're perfect. Oh, you're this. Marquita can do no wrong. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I still deal with, not so much, because it's like, especially since the pandemic, like I took a lot of time to do a lot of internal work. And so with that and seeing myself internally, it has allowed me to see myself externally in a totally different way.